Yeah, that's great. You got that? So, are you guys? Yeah.
They're brand new ones that I've never had before, so they.
Yeah, you wait till this time. That's okay. We'll have you there. Okay, so.
Glad to see that they're easy. I can take care of it. Okay, and then do you want us to make a cemetery lineup and things? Maybe I'll make Chris come up here and do that.
That's fine, right before we.
Only done it once before.
No, it should absolutely, it should be open.
Right.
But absolutely.
That's why I asked her to take it in real quick, but I
Yeah, but it doesn't
I've only done it once, but we didn't have it inside. I don't remember who it was.
They're not funny.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, she was kind of on the edge. Her husband tested positive. She Never really that's kind so, what we say, so, also cemeteries. In a lot of traditions, you know, how many people are probably gonna make this. They live here and then go back. Okay. If that's fine. Yeah, okay. All right. Good morning. We begin with the 23rd Psalm. Mizmor leDavid, Adonai roi lo hechsar, binot eshayar b'seini, amei menuchot yenaleini. Nashir shovev yancheni v'maglei tzedek, למען שמו גם כי אלך בגיא צלמוות לא יירא לה כי אתה עמדי שבטך ומשענתך רחמוני, תערוך לפניי שולחן נגד צורריי, תשענת בשמן ראשי, כוסי רוויה. אך טוב וחסד ירדפוני כל ימי חיי, ושבתי בבית אדוני לאורך ימים. Join together, please, with me. A Psalm of David. Adonai is my shepherd, I lack nothing. In green pastures God lays me down, and by still waters guides me. My soul is renewed. God leads me on the paths of righteousness for the sake of God's name. Lo, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You set a table before me against my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. May only goodness and loving kindness follow me all the days of my life, that I might dwell in God's house for all my days. We appreciate your being here today, this morning. My name is Art Schrag, Cantor Art Schrag, and I'm here as as a fill-in. Rabbi Shosh Dworsky was supposed to be here today, but between herself and her husband, they came down with COVID, and so as of this morning, she tested positive. I'd like to read a note from her if I could. Rabbi Shosh Dworsky, who served this congregation for 10 years and developed a close relationship with Mort, had planned to be here this morning with you all. Unfortunately, she has come down with COVID, but is watching the streaming of this ceremony. I will share some words both from Mort's obituary and words prepared by longtime Eau Claire Rabbi Yossi Gordon. Mort's family will share words if they choose, and we will have time for any of you who wish to share memories or stories or thoughts. So I should get it out of the way to begin with. I'm kind of a greedy person, and I admit it. I like to think of myself often first. And to be very, very honest, I'm the outsider here. I didn't know Mort. I didn't get a chance to meet his family, part of his family, until just now. And I feel cheated. From all I know and from the stories I've heard and the things I've read, he was quite a guy. And somebody I know that I would have enjoyed being with and getting to know and being under his tutelage. I would have enjoyed that. It would have been great. And I missed out on that. So I do look forward to hearing your stories and the things that you have to share about Mort. Rabbi Yossi Gordon wrote, Mort Sipress, Mordechai ben Pesach Vadilia was born in Brooklyn, New York on March 23, 1938, and passed away in peace and comfort on June 2nd. He is preceded in death by his parents Philip and Delia, both Russian Jewish immigrants who raised their family in Brooklyn, by his late brother Ron, and by his beloved daughter Judy, who passed away recently. We offer condolences to his beloved children, Matt, Neil, and granddaughter Mina. Mort was a special person, touched many lives, and will be greatly missed. Mort received his BA in political science from City College of New York in 1961 and his MA in political science from the University of Minnesota in 1964. In 1966, he took a position as instructor at the Wisconsin State University at Eau Claire, known since 1971 as the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire. It was there that he met Sylvia, another Brooklyn Jew already on the faculty at the university, who was actually on the search committee that hired him. They later mused that while they were both from Brooklyn, they had lived over an hour bus ride away from one another, so it's not surprising that they never met there. But they were destined to meet here in Eau Claire, and were married a year after Mort was hired. Mort spent his professional career here in Eau Claire, rising to become an associate professor in 1985, retiring in 2000. Sylvia passed away in 2015. They were married for 48 years and together raised their 3 children, Matt, Neil, and Judy of blessed memory. In addition to teaching, Mort consulted on many political campaigns, served as an election analyst, and appeared many times in newspapers and on radio and TV. He was on the Wisconsin Caucus Implementation Commission and served as chair of the Platform Committee of the Democratic Party of Wisconsin. Mort was the author of Instructor's Manual to Government in America, 2nd edition. Did you ever read that? Okay, all right. 1st edition you read, not the 2nd. And a co-author of Wisconsin Government and Politics. He served for many years as an editor for the Wisconsin Political Scientist. Mort was deeply involved as an advocate for people with disabilities, volunteering his time and practical knowledge of government by serving on various boards and committees to improve the lives of the disadvantaged. He loved theater, music, and visual arts, was a talented photographer, and a longtime fan and supporter of UWEC women's basketball. Mort was devoted to this synagogue, Temple Shalom, and we will hear more about that in Rabbi Gordon's following words. Yossi writes, I had the privilege of knowing Mort Sipress for over 30 years. During my 20 years with Temple Shalom, Mort was always at my side. As past president, he had a deep understanding of the West Central Wisconsin Jewish community and of Temple Shalom, and could guide me and correct me in every step I took. I want to find out what that laughing is about later. Mort, along with Sylvia and Judith of blessed memory, were always in the front row. In fact, they were the front row. Mort would jump up to the bima to wish me Shabbat Shalom at the end of every service. In the synagogue, Mort and family helped fill our room with their presence, their commitment, their kindness, and their love for both Am Yisrael, the Jewish people, and our little shul. In innumerable Torah learning sessions, Mort could be counted on to bring good questions and wisdom. One-on-one, Mort was a fountain of generosity of spirit, a uniquely Jewish liberalism, and a constant devotion. For all my time, Mort ran the cemetery, where he will lie with his family. There are moments I will never forget. When Mort blew shofar every Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, when he came to me not once to offer wonderful suggestions that I invariably incorporated into my work with the congregation. When I bowed all the way to the floor on the high holiday services, it was always Mort who helped me down before and picked me up afterwards. I vividly remember the joy on the Shabbat afternoon of Judy's bat mitzvah. Mort and Sylvia had spent the better part of the year teaching her how to open the ark, how to carry the Torah up and down the aisle, how to kiss the Torah, and how to repeat the blessings, word for word after them. Sylvia spoke with such love. They all celebrated along with the Temple Shalom community and continued to celebrate again and again every time Judy opened up her scrapbook to see the photo they had taken on the Friday afternoon rehearsal. After I left my position at Temple Shalom, Mort and I remained dear friends. Mort took me to the Minnesota Opera every February. He and I would talk hours on end about Sylvia and his beloved children, to whom he was devoted without limit, and who responded with total love. We talked politics and why we should listen to NPR and to classical music and read our newspapers. We spoke about Israel and our love for everything Jewish. Mort told me that he was not especially involved in Judaism when he was young. It was mostly when he came to Eau Claire and saw the need, both for the community and for his own life and family, that he dedicated himself so completely to Judaism and the Jewish people. Even before I came to Eau Claire, Professor Jonathan Paradise, who led the congregation for a couple of years, spoke to me about the tzaddik, the righteous man of Eau Claire. When Helene Minkus of blessed memory, our synagogue president, called me with an issue from Mort, it was always, I just heard from Mort. Uh-oh. The uh-oh was not so much here he goes again as it was Mort has some good guidance for us, and that means we have new responsibilities and demands. Mort, you could be demanding, like our prophets of old. You lived your values and you knew how to hold others to those values. Often quietly, modestly, but directly, you were the Eau Claire tzaddik. You have been our guide, our terror, our love, and our security. You were a scholar and a political activist, but mostly a full-time Jew. We are here today. This community is here today. This synagogue is here today because of you. You will continue to dwell among us in the cemetery which you cared for throughout much of your life, in our memories and in the future you build for us. For us. It is time to rest. Go in peace. Say Chal Shalom. Go in peace. I wanted to share one quick thing. You know, on the calendar coming up this week, we celebrate the festival of Shavuot. Okay. the festival of Shavuot, which we count the days from Pesach, and we look forward to it. Shavuot stands for the revelation from God, the community receiving the Ten Commandments from God directly. And it's really interesting. One of the things that we do on Shavuot